making a ball, and I don't want to see the clay. That's the amount of clay I need to make a plate that's about this big, right? If I want to make a smaller plate like this, I can use less clay. I don't want you to make anything that's bigger than a ball of clay that you can fit in your hands and you can't see the clay, right? If you can fit your hands in it, that's fine. That's all you gotta do. There's circles that are inscribed into the surface of the wheelhead that indicates where the center of this wheelhead might be. You want to place the ball of clay there, somewhere that you imagine the center is, and tap it 5 times as it's spinning slowly, like you're a bird, right? You're flapping your wings. You're making a cone shape now out of this ball, out of this here. Right? It's wider at the base and narrower at the top. It's stuck to the metal of the wheelhead. Wet your hands. Spin faster. Slide forward. Wet your hands. Drop your hands down onto the clay. And push forward and down. This is where the clay is contacting my hands. Not here, not here. From here, halfway down my palm to the base of my palm. Okay? And I'm trying to push it into a position where it's not pushing back at me, right? Bump, 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 bump like this. But it's just spinning like a poetry in motion in my hands. Right? I have complete control, and it's coming to me, and it's matching the shape of my hand. That's centered. See? When the clay is centered, then I'm in control, right? Then I can easily and quickly give it the shape that I want. I'm going to let go with the right hand. I'm going to put the left hand there, and the left hand can do it. Okay? I'm going to open my left hand and let the thumb of this hand slide up and down the palm of my right hand. I'm going to apply pressure with this point of the finger where the bone comes in, the last joint there, and joins into the muscle here at the base of the hand. And I'm going to drop that point into the center. And I know it's the center because I'm transferring the feeling of centeredness from the left hand to the right because they're together. And now I'm opening that cone on center. I've got a depression. Okay? And that's the beginning of the curve that will become the plate. But all of this extra clay down here, I'll pull up and out, away from the center, and give it a beautiful curve. In the case of a small plate like this, you have one shot. One shot. Oh, sorry, I got carried away there for a second. I'll tell you that story later.
One shot.
I'm pushing my fingers in here at the base. Index, middle, and ring finger with my thumb cradled on top of my middle finger by my index and ring finger. Pushing in, the thumb is resting on the rim. This hand rests in the center, the left hand, the long finger in the center, the lowest one. Index and ring finger above, right? There's a curve. Push in, turn my left hand towards my right, squeeze downwards with the left hand and upwards with the right. Hold my thumb on the rim and lift on a diagonal away from the center. Okay? That's my one shot. There's my plate.
That looks like a bowl.
That's good that you said that. I'm glad you said that. That's like a top of mind kind of thing, right? That's like, whoa, I know what I'm looking at, right? The kind of plate that I want you to make has a curve in it. It's not flat. It doesn't have a flat floor and an angle up from a flat floor. It's completely curved, and the center is a low spot. That's the origin of the curve. Right? There's a single curve. That's a portion of a sphere. If you were to imagine this, then you could say, oh, that's part of like a regulation softball, right, that comes up this high. Maybe that's about 1/6 of a softball. right? But it would contact the curve of a sphere larger than this, right, in a certain place. This is the strongest shape we can make on the wheel. This is simply sublime. It has one center point. Everything's equidistant from there, and it's a single curve. It doesn't compound or change angle. Okay? But you can lower that, coming down from the top edge here, pushing into the center, resting in the center, lowering the center, and then back up. And then it looks more like a plate. Okay? Now you think about dinner. I'm going to round the profile of the edge, the rim there, with this chamois tool. This is a piece of goat skin. And then, I don't know, make a little texture inside. I don't know. Just for fun.
Wow.
Cut. Lift. And again.